Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I finally have a new springtime look for you, so let's get started. And yes, I'm well aware that it might be a little bit early for a springtime look, but the weather is getting warmer and I just felt like doing something very bright and colorful. So here we are, starting with an eye primer. Then I'm gonna do something that I usually don't. I'm just applying some clear powder over top of the eye base, so I can then use a NYX Jumbo eye pencil on top of it in white without it creasing, because guess who still hasn't actually gotten around to buying a new white eye base? It is I. I'm sort of applying this in like a blended up way. Oh, and also the worst thing is, like literally I didn't think of it the entire winter, because in winter I rarely ever do really brightly colored looks. So yeah, I just completely forgot, and then it's like almost springtime and you want to do something bright and colorful and you're like, whoopsie. Yeah, that's just how life goes. Oh, by the way, I'm just patting it on to blend it up, and the reason I'm not using this on its own, like you might totally get away with it if you have very dry eyelids, but I don't, so I know that if I use the Jumbo eye pencil on its own as a base, I'm just going to end up with all the eyeshadow and the primer all folded up in my crease, which is, you know, not what I want. Next up, the color. I'm going to use the well-known bright color palette, Take Me Back to Brazil from BH Cosmetics. And yeah, I'm just going to try to go for colors that you can also usually spot in flowers. I'm actually going to start off with a very bright green color instead of a, you know, bright rainbowy color, because knowing myself, I will forget the highlight again otherwise, so I'm just going to start with it this time. Yeah, I'm just going to do everything with a pretty firm blending brush. Now the reason I'm using a firm blending brush as opposed to a soft one should be obvious, but it's because I do want the colors to really stand out, and if I would use my big fluffy blender for this, I would barely get any color at all. Like, that's cool if you want to do a subtle look, but if you're going to go for rainbow, just go for rainbow and not like for subtle rainbow. Like, subtle rainbow is just, I mean, I suppose it could work in a pastel way, but it's just not what I'm going for this time. This is, by the way, literally the color of the, I'm not even sure if they're called the same in English. Like, they're called narcissen in Dutch. I'll just insert footage of the flowers. Like, they come up every single year. Like, we don't plant them. They just, you know, redistribute themselves each year and like pop up off the ground again. I don't know how plants work, but either way, they're pretty, they're yellow, and they're a sure sign that spring is about to begin. Next up, we're gonna add green, because bright green is also a color that I really just link to springtime. Like, you have green in winter as well, but it's like more like pine green, the darker, deeper green. And yeah, like in summer you just have like the bold green, like the flowers, the grass. This is sort of like just a very bright grass green, I suppose. And the last shade we're gonna add is red. By the way, you could totally do different colors, like do a purple at the edge or whatever. I mean, in hindsight, considering my clothing, I should really have done a pink, but I wanted to do red because I just felt like using red instead. Yeah, and it's, well, basically it's a time of year where it's still like too cold for like actual springtime clothes. So I end up wearing this particular sweater, which does have springtime colors, but it's still a sweater, so it's warm enough. It's my only, like, warm clothing in springtime colors. Come to think of it, so that's why I'm wearing this, even though it doesn't fit with the makeup. Yeah, I need more clothes. No, I don't. Anyway, don't get too concerned if the colors don't blend immediately, because, well, we're talking about red and green here, which are not colors that, like, naturally actually come close to each other in a color chart. Therefore, they don't really blend easily, so you just gotta like keep patting it until it's, you know, looks somewhat seamless. Then just a brow bone highlight in a shimmery white shade. Now for blending, I'm just using the same brush again. I'm really going over the edge of the eyeshadows, because like this is just like, okay, this is happening just, yeah, because you put the brush there and then there's like the edge there. I want it to look like the edge is placed on purpose. So yeah, it doesn't have to be like perfectly smooth. It's still going to look like a bit of a cat eye, but I do want it to be like a soft cat eye. And then once everything is done thus far, it's time for eyeliner. I'm going for quite a, well, as you can tell, large eyeliner. This is not going to be a natural look, obviously. Now, after some cleanup, I just removed, you know, everything that was below the wing, basically, with an angled brush and some remover. Anyway, it's time for the next step. Now, alternatively, you could just actually leave it like this and just have a nice, bold springtime eye look, but I want to go for something extra, because I'm me, and that's what I usually do. So, I'm going to grab a white eyeliner and paint some flowers. And now we have this. I can highly recommend you know, actually keeping your eyes like this and then go do your face, just like I did. But like, keep your eyes like this until the eyeliner is fully dry, because if you look like this and it's not dry yet, it's going to be, well, everywhere, which is not convenient. Anyway, now it's time to finish the eye, starting off with the pencil. The aqua color seemed fun because, well, it's not yet in the rest of the look. Now for the under eye, I'm using a pink eyeshadow, mostly in the outer corners to deepen it up. And also do try to go for like a cooler shade of pink. Because if you use a warm shade of pink, it's just going to look like the red, but not properly blended or something. It's just going to not like be different enough. And then for mascara, I'm going to go for the F-Proof by Jeffree Star Cosmetics, because I got it from a photographer I often work with and I have yet to try it out. Now, I gotta admit, I very recently tinted my eyelashes, so they're already black. So really all we're going to be able to see from this is, you know, the volume, not the color. Okay, it's not bad, like it does, you know, give a little bit of length and a little bit of volume. It's not really doing all that much for my lashes. Like, I feel like my Alice Fast mascara gives more of a natural false lash effect. And if I want to go for really big false lash effect on my natural lashes, the Lash Freak by Urban Decay is better. But yeah, it is cute. Like, it's not, you know, it's not getting clumpy or anything. It dries fast and yeah, nice. The brush is also kind of hard, so you do feel it on your eyelid. Keep that in mind. Now lastly, lipstick. I'm going to use a sort of natural pink shade. And that leaves us with the final results. Yeah, I'm happy with it. It really looks like springtime, but a little bit over the top because I just really like slightly over the top looks. I can't help it. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you want to see more, you can always subscribe to my channel. I do one video per week. Often it's a makeup tutorial, sometimes it's a nail art video, and I also do vlogs regularly. Well, not that regularly actually, I haven't vlogged in a while, but admittedly that's because I've been busy at work and I can't really bring my vlog camera to work. But I'm going to vlog again soon. Yeah, anyway, for now, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful day and I hope to see you next time. Bye!